Hello lovelies, it's Brianna. So today's video is going to be a product review video. We're going to be reviewing the Younique Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation. I recently acquired this product. So just a little backstory on this. This is advertised on their website as being their full coverage foundation. If you have been here for a while, you'll remember before I did a review over their powder foundation, which was advertised as being medium coverage, and I said I was gonna look into getting this one, and I finally got it. So I'm gonna apply this for you guys to show you the proper way to apply it in order to achieve full coverage. The only thing that I already have on is I do have on my face primer, and for that I just use the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. You don't have to put primer on, but I enjoy doing it. And I also already have my eyeshadow and stuff on, but that's it. Nothing else on my face. You can see I have some pretty bad breakouts happening right now, but this product should cover them all. So I have this in the color Organza. It's a little orangey for me, but I can blend it out nicely, and as you wear it throughout the day, it doesn't oxidize too much, so the color isn't too badly off. So what you're gonna do is with this, you're gonna wanna use a makeup brush, not a sponge. This applies best with a brush. I just have this one right here. It's just like flat on top, nothing fancy. And I just like using this brush. And then with this, you just want to pick up the product. This is a little dropper head. So you want to pick up the product and put anywhere from 5 to 6 drops on top of your brush. Like so. Like that. And I might use a little bit more to finish covering my face, but this is basically all you need. You don't need a ton of this. And the best way that I found to apply this is to like pat it on, not like swirl it in, but pat it in, and that way it applies best and it does apply full coverage. So this is gonna be a lot of product at first, and you'll have to blend it out. Because like I said, 5 little drops like that is good enough to cover your whole face. My brush tends to pick up a lot of the product, so I have to use a little bit more than 5. But I want to spread this out as much as possible. And you can see this is a little off from my natural skin tone, but I just blend it down into my neck and it's fine. So here's a comparison, one side of my face with the foundation on and the side without. It does cover up pretty much everything. No foundation I have found is going to be like 100% perfect full coverage. You're going to have to still wind up using concealer and build and things like that. But I have a lot of scarring on my cheek, and I don't know how well it picks up on the camera. I think you can see it mostly over here. And this does really cover up scarring really, really well. For actual breakouts, like I have an actual breakout right now right here. It doesn't do too great of a job covering those up, but I think that's just because, you know, those are actually risen, and if I had have done stuff to like make the breakouts not be risen, maybe it would have covered them well. But for actual scarring, it does cover really, really nicely. It is a little heavy of a product at first. It does take a little bit of getting used to. Also, the type, like I'm so used to using my sponge, and really with my sponge I kind of rub it in instead of patting it on, and so it's a different feel. And it just takes a little getting used to making sure that I completely spread out the product, because once you spread out the product across your face, it's not very heavy. It doesn't feel heavy then. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish applying this on the rest of my face, and then I will meet you guys back here with some like final thoughts on it. Okay, so I just finished applying this to my whole face. This is how the other side turned out. Like I said, more breakouts it doesn't really cover, but the scarring is covered. So what I like to do when I use a brush in order to kind of get rid of the brush strokes is I like to pat my face with my hands, and that kind of gets rid of the brush strokes. This is really, really dark for me. Organza is supposed to be It's kind of hard because, you know, I purchased Scarlet in the powder foundation, and Scarlet was just way too light. So when I got the liquid foundation, I went ahead and I got Organza, but it's really, really dark. Maybe it'll help once I get a little, if I get any color this summer, that is. Maybe that'll help a little bit, but that is something to keep in mind when if you are really pale like me. You might just want to get Scarlet anyway. Honestly, it might be better for you. Like I said, this isn't too bad because once I finish applying the rest of my makeup, like my highlight and stuff, it kind of lightens it out. And with my hair down, you can't really see this necessarily, this transition that badly. So it's not too big of a deal. As far as this product, like would I recommend this product? I think it's a good product. I do think that, you know, it does have nice coverage. It feels nice. It doesn't smell really gross like a lot of foundations do. Like the smell is very light. And like sometimes you can't even smell it, to be honest. It doesn't necessarily feel bad. I do think it is a I did mention before, like heavy foundation, and not just necessarily in the feel of it, but as far as like as far as how it affects your skin. Like it's not a good foundation for your skin. Like you definitely want to make sure you wash this product off when you're done with it and cleanse your face, because it's very, very heavy in that sense. So there is that. Like a lot of other foundations I use are really light, or they're like a clean formulation. So even if I don't fully wash them off, or even if I just, you know, remove them with my makeup wipe and then forget to wash my face that night, it doesn't necessarily affect my skin this badly. That is not the case with this foundation. You definitely, because this coverage of it is so like strong, I guess, like you definitely want to make sure you cleanse your face afterwards, or else you will get breakouts, which is why I have breakouts, because I didn't wash my face after wearing this. So that's something to keep in mind. This product is on the more expensive side. I believe it is $40, I think it's $40. To be honest, if you're looking at another high-end foundation that you know has really, really good results, and you're like planning on spending $40 on something, then I think, I don't know. I don't know that I would necessarily recommend this product. It's not bad. The coverage isn't terrible. I'm sure some people probably have better luck with it than I do. It just isn't. It didn't wow me, you know. It's not something that like I felt like I was glad that I spent $40 on this, you know what I mean? If you're already planning on spending that kind of money, then sure, go ahead, but I wouldn't. Like looking back on it now, I don't think that I would have if I had have known what I know now. Like I said, the coverage is not bad. The coverage is really good, but I'm such a stickler when it comes to spending money on things. Like I have a $3 foundation that I feel like almost gives me equal coverage. Yes, I have to use more of it, so there is that. I definitely have to use more foundation with the cheaper one to get the same coverage, but at the end of the day, I can get the same coverage. And for me, I just, because it's so hard to color match, I think that that's why I'm a little hesitant on recommending it for someone. If you can get yourself color matched with like a representative that sells this in your area, I definitely would recommend that. And at that point, I would say, sure, go ahead and get it. It's probably good for you. But without being able to color match, it sucks spending so much money on it and then having this, you know what I mean? And because this is the second lightest shade that they carry. So if you're in that extreme, if you're really, really pale, definitely try to get color matched if you're looking at getting this. Overall, it's a good product. Like I said, it does way better job covering scarring and discoloration than it does covering actual breakouts. You know, even now, like, you can definitely still see my breakouts. They're not terrible, but they're there. And for me, looking at other reviews of this product, it was just like women who had really, really bad skin would wear it and there'd be nothing, you know? So I think it's probably because most of those women did have bad scarring and not necessarily bad breakouts. So that's something to keep in mind. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. If you guys want this product, I will leave a link down below where you can purchase it. Check out their website. They have really nice makeup and stuff. They are a high-end brand, so everything that they sell is going to be more expensive than drugstore stuff, but I'll still leave that link down below for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. I try to put out a video every single Monday. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. And I will see you guys next week. I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye.